Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this weekend's edition of the Weekend Wrap Up, the news that matters. Josh, it's good to see you this morning.
Likewise, David. Good to see you
I
as
see
well.
you. This is like 4 weeks in a row on Southern Cup.
I've been at Southern Cup for a minute now. So
Yeah,
I have been
that's-
at Southern Cup for a minute. So what
Yeah.
do you got today? You got your homebrew?
I've got my homebrew. It's
Homebrew.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts
Black.
homebrew. Black.
No
Nothing in it.
sugar, no
Nothing in it.
cream, black in a black mug.
I think I've got about that much espresso in there, and then the rest is cream and sugar.
Cream and sugar.
Yeah, cream and sugar.
Yeah, that
So,
thing's loaded. What is that thing? Is it the same thing you always
same
get?
thing I always
What's
get.
it called?
Yeah, creme brulee brevet.
I like to hear you say that.
Creme brulee brevet.
Josh, what's
So,
going on around this in the county this morning? I
what
know
is
there's
going
some
on
things that are planned.
around here? Going on today. Actually, there was supposed to be the Christmas in July and the cruise in at War Trace this morning. It's been raining this morning, so I obviously didn't go up to War Trace, but I would guess the rain has been affecting that.
Yeah.
There is, however, they're having their fundraiser for the volunteer fire department today from 3 to 6. They posted if it's too wet at the park, they will just do it at the fire station in War Trace. So they are going rain or shine. So that's going on there. And locally, before we get into the news and stuff, I did want to just touch on a couple things from that happened Friday and Thursday. They aren't really news, but Friday morning, I got to go to a little brief ceremony where they handed out a check from AARP. That's the American Association of
old
Retired
folks,
Persons.
yeah.
Well, they said old folks. I did talk to the official rep from AARP, and we're kind of asking, where's that line now? Where do you think the line is?
It's close to you.
It is. I've hit the line, David. She said 50 and up. I said, I'm not a senior.
It was 55.
Yeah,
You started getting that
dropped
junk in
line
the
to
mail.
50. They
But
dropped
man,
it to 50. I've hit that line. I
flew
don't
past
feel that
a long
old. But
time
that,
ago.
yeah, my age was not the point of the conversation. Though. They gave a little check to Bridge Bedford, a grant, and
little check.
It was actually a big check. It was a big check. $15,000 was the dollar amount on it. So. And just want to point out that Bridge Bedford, and we're going to touch on them later in the show, they've been doing some good things here locally. And right after that, I went down the hill and we had a little lunch and learn. That would be a lunch and learn. Lunch and learn. It was a training on IDDs, industrial development districts. But the point I'm trying to get to here, which I'm taking a long time, is we had some county and city involvement in that meeting. And that takes me back to Thursday. We had a meeting that with a developer from out of town that we can't talk about. However, the meeting itself, we were able to have in that meeting not only the developer, but we had city staff and we also had county staff in that meeting. And that developer came into that meeting. They said that is the first, and they've worked in a lot of cities across the state, big developments. They said that was the first meeting they'd ever sat in where both the city and the county came to the table at the same time on a big development. And I just wanted to say it's good, and hopefully this is a sign of things going forward that we're getting more cooperation city county wise. I know it's been a bit of a sore spot for the last couple of years, but there are some good things happening behind the scenes.
That's good to see.
And hopefully, that brings me fast forward to last night on the square, which I posted some pictures from that. And if you were downtown at all last night, you had the cruise in going on around the courthouse. You had Chase Clanton singing over on one side of the courthouse. You walked over to the other corner of the square, and you had people trying to sing karaoke at Grindstone.
Trying to sing. What are you saying?
I'm just saying I heard one singer, and I'm using the word try on that one. So that's all I heard. I was just there briefly. I'm sure they had some great singers.
Karaoke will bring that out.
It'll bring that out. It'll bring that out. And then just down the little walkway there from Grindstone, you had a full-on live outdoor concert with the Levitt Music Series. So all of that was going on. It was packed downtown. I think that has been the goal and the vision of a lot of people to try to revitalize kind of the downtown core of the city.
Yeah.
And at least last night it worked. So the part of the problem that we've had the last few weeks is the rain. The weather's been killing us, but the weather was perfect. The turnout was great. We had a bunch of people down there, and hopefully that's something, we can look forward to.
Josh, this is something that I've wondered. A lot of these things take place after normal business hours for these businesses. So
right.
Do you think there's ever a day where we see businesses throwing their doors open during these events?
Several of the shops mentioned that they were staying open till 7 to pick up some of the traffic. I walked into Twin Treats, my favorite snack shop there, and she had sold out of most of her stuff, so that was
That's a good sign.
And then I picked up dinner from Shovel Pizza, my favorite pizza spot. Shovel Pizza.
Okay.
And the ladies working there said they had been busy all night long. So some of the crowd that was there and kind of the core had ventured out into the shops and done some shopping and stuff. And there was food trucks out there and, you know, all that. So there was a lot going on. And Grindstone was full. So I didn't go into every shop. I would say I can't speak for everybody, but it looked like there was a lot of good business going on. So,
okay, very good.
Yeah. So that's my Thursday, Friday report. None of that's really news, but just kind of what's going on around the city.
Okay.
So maybe we could hear from some sponsors and then we'll get into some.
We want to thank our sponsors, Dennis Young Insurance, longtime sponsor. Yeah. Also, we've got Cutting Edge Optical out on North Main Street. And then we have the Arnolds. The Dream Team, yes, for all your real estate needs with Coldwell Banker.
Yep.
We'll hear from them, and we're going to come back and we're going to dive into the events of the week.
Absolutely. Sounds good.
For clear vision and trusted care, choose Cutting Edge Optical. We offer comprehensive eye exams powered by 20/20 exams, expert contact lens fittings, and a wide selection of quality frames to match your style and budget. Need glasses fast? We even offer same-day eyeglasses to keep you seeing clearly without the wait. Our experienced team is committed to personalized service and helping you see your best every day. Visit Cutting Edge Optical at 1114 North Main Street in Shelbyville or call 931-488-5778 to schedule your appointment today.
Get the results you want with the personalized service you deserve at Dennis Young Insurance Agency.
As a local independent agency, we offer coverage from several different companies, including Erie. So whether it's auto, home, life, personal, or business, we can find the right coverage to meet your unique insurance needs. And with a rate lock advantage, your rates won't go up as long as you do not change drivers, autos, or addresses. Contact us at Dennis Young Insurance Agency, insuring Shelbyville and surrounding areas since 1988.
When you're ready to buy or sell in Middle Tennessee, you want someone who knows this community inside and out. Meet Diane and Madison Arnold, Shelbyville's trusted real estate team with decades of local experience and award-winning results. Whether it's finding your dream home, pricing your property to sell, or navigating every step of the transaction with confidence, they're with you from start to finish. As part of Coldwell Banker Southern Realty, they pair hometown expertise with powerful market tools to help you move with confidence. Call Diane and Madison today and experience the personal service and local knowledge that makes all the difference.
All right, welcome back to the weekend wrap up, the news that matters. Josh, why don't you hit the ground running with all of the events that took place this week?
There was actually not a whole lot of news items, so maybe we'll actually be short today. We'll see. I went to two government meetings this week. Tuesday evening, the county committees met, the three major standing committees at the historic courthouse on the square on the second floor, where they meet every month. Start out with the Rules and Legislative Committee. Their biggest item was they, at the last second, I think talked about this last week. I didn't think it was going to happen this month, but they were able to squeeze in a ordinance or a resolution. I honestly don't remember. I believe it was a resolution on a 1-year moratorium on data centers within the unincorporated parts of the county, which is what the county commission controls. Right. So they talked about that. They were at least honest. They hadn't even had time to read it. That's how quick it came in. So it was about a 6 or 7 page document. But they went ahead and sent it on to the county commission for a full vote. Now, I've been told unofficially that this is probably not going to come on the next county commission meeting. They're probably going to wait and vote this with the new county commissioners when they come in. So
we're going to put it off a month.
Probably going to be put off a month. So
why would we do that? Just to let the new commissioners
make a
statement on it?
Let the new commissioners make the decision rather than the ones that are on their way out. So that's what I'm hearing.
So
we won't know that.
Are we going to cancel our county commission meeting for this next month because we might have new commissioners later? Have you heard anything about that?
We're still going to vote on the notaries. I think they're still going to elect the notaries,
and that's probably going to be it. So if you're notary,
there's not going to be a whole lot probably at the next.
Okay, all right.
So, well, and actually, technically, what will have happened by that meeting is you will have you will have new people elected, but they won't be able to vote yet. They can't vote till after September 1st. The new commission can. So
Right.
that's when they're officially sworn into office.
So,
yeah.
basically, we got lame duck situations going on here.
There hasn't been a whole lot going on for a few months.
Yeah.
So it's been a lot of reports and not a whole lot of activity. So and that was actually one of the other things that was discussed is at the next rules committee meeting, they will know who has been elected, but they obviously cannot put them in their committee seats yet. But they want those people, whoever wins come August 6th, they need to go ahead and start contacting Commissioner Farrer,
Right.
who is the chair of the rules committee, because his committee will make the kind of set up the recommendations on where everybody fits into the slots in the different committees.
Okay, so
They won't, again, they can't actually vote on that till September, but they'll go ahead and start.
Okay, so that
having that
means
discussion,
you're going to
so.
potentially have some outgoing commissioners placing people on committees.
Well,
that will be
again,
going
they
forward.
won't, I don't think they can vote on that in August.
No, they can't vote on it. No,
they
but
can just talk
these,
about it.
But they can
Yeah.
appoint and
Well,
line
they
it
can
up.
talk.
They
can
can
talk.
they can line it up and
Yeah.
steer it in a position
Yeah.
in a direction.
Yeah. But the
going
new
forward.
commissioners will make the decision.
Right, of
So,
course, but
yeah.
they're going to vote for whoever's thrown to them.
Well, they might not.
Yeah,
So,
so-
we'll see how it goes.
So
but,
then
yeah.
well, never mind.
yeah, so
It doesn't
That-
matter.
there's gonna
At this
be-
point, it's going to be done the way they want to do it anyway.
it's
so.
gonna happen in
Yeah.
September is where all the decisions will be made. After that, they had public safety committee. A couple points from that were brought up. Animal control in the county has been running near or at capacity. They've had to shut down intake a few times. They've had, I guess, this time of year, and I think it's like this year round almost. You get a lot of people abandoning dogs.
Which is, I've
and-
seen some stuff posted on social
Yeah,
media.
there
It's
was.
terrible.
I think there was a group of eight
Yeah.
puppies left somewhere here within the
I
last
mean,
little
it's
bit.
just
and
at
yeah.
what point do you get where you do that? I mean, it's kind of
Yeah.
cruel.
Yeah. So on animal control, this is one area that I'm hoping once we get through all this election hoopla, this is an area that the city and the county could definitely start working together on.
Yeah.
We have an opportunity there where we've got two separate departments that work. I mean, they're literally, both of them are in the city limits, but depending on which side of the street you're on is, could be whether they're handling the call or not.
Right.
So there's an opportunity there that we could do something collaboratively between the city and the county and maybe help out our animal control situation. So that's, I know, one issue. There's a lot of people, at least I know in city government and the city council, that are a lot more passionate than me about that, although I'm an animal lover too. But there's people there, and I know there's people on the county side as well that are, and hopefully that's an area that we
Yeah.
could work together on and come up with some better solutions.
And how would you like to be in that department with nowhere to put these animals and you're stuck? I mean, what do you do?
It's not good. Yeah, they had, and it was not because of space, but she did say last month they had, for the first time in a while, they had to euthanize more than 10% of their animals at the county department. It was mainly due to health reasons, but I know that's hard on them.
Oh, yeah.
Be hard on anybody. So, also announced at Public Safety was the Bedford County Jail received their Tier 1 accreditation. I think they said, and I should have double checked it. I think they said this may be the third time in a row they've gotten that. So they were one of the early ones to get it. There are 29 out of the 95 counties have reached Tier 1. I couldn't find that there was a listing where I was kind of trying to see where we ranked with them. Tier 1 is actually kind of from what I can make out from the TCI, it's kind of in the middle. So you've got people that just pass, which you got to pass or you're out of compliance.
Right.
Then Tier 1 is kind of the next tier up. And then you just had a handful. And again, couldn't find a list. It seemed like less than 10 that are Tier 2. That's kind of Tier 2 is kind of the max level. So
Tier 2 is the cream of the crop.
is the cream of crop, and there's not very many of those. It's definitely under 10,
10 or
like
less.
It seemed like maybe 7 or 8 of those. So we're kind of in that the 29 that are in Tier 1. Just related to that, just jail news. That's not really Bedford County, but something I picked up on that was in the news yesterday here, more in Middle Tennessee. A judge ordered the state to to actually finally take custody. They've been kind of dragging their feet,
Right.
and they have with a few counties on state inmates. And Davidson County took them to court and said, "Hey, we got 149 of your state prisoners that you should have long since taken into state custody somewhere else. We're having to house them. The state is paying them $41 a day, and the taxpayers in that county are paying $116.34 a day to house these people.
That the math just don't work out.
The
on that
math
gig,
isn't
does
working.
it?
They're losing millions a year, they say. So being in the incarceration business for state inmates is not necessarily a win for anybody. Definitely isn't
No, I
working
mean
out
it's
for
not.
Davidson.
It's not like a hotel rate.
It is not. So
Well, I don't know.
it
Depending
is
on
not.
where you going, man.
Yeah. And sticking with incarceration, let's
All right.
jump to
We
juvenile.
like to talk about incarceration.
Incarceration. Let's go to
Man.
juvenile detention. This is an issue that I have not been on the same side as the local government has been on this particular issue. But we got our final year-end report. They didn't talk about it. Nobody presented it, but it was in the packet. The Juvenile Detention Center here in Bedford County in the month of June, they had 4 local young people that got in enough trouble that they got locked up, and their combined total time in there was 19 nights out of the month of June. For the year, they averaged 2.5 young people. So I guess that's 2 tall ones and 1 short one per night at County Juvenile Detention Center. There was a total of 93 young people in that center, and they are about to open here very soon, possibly in the next week or 2, maybe.
Okay, so the
sooner
average
than
number
new.
of Bedford County youth per night was 2.5.
2.5 for the last 12 months. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
total
2.5.
of 93 Bedford County juniors for the whole year.
For the whole year, they had,
Okay.
90. And actually, that 93 would be the max number. Some of those, they just give, obviously, they don't give a list of who's in there. They don't give people's
Now,
names.
nobody.
So somebody that was in there in June could have carried over to July,
Right,
so they would
right,
have been
right.
counted twice. So
all right,
there's
so
probably
here-
70 or 80.
Okay,
kids.
so here's the thing.
Yeah, totally.
Nobody needs to run out and post on Facebook or social media that we have 93 juveniles locked up. That's not what this number is. This
No,
is
that was-
throughout the
that's
entire
the
year.
total number.
That's how many were in and out
In and
during the
out.
year.
Yeah, that was the in and out
Okay.
number. And on an average night, they had 2.5. So
Okay, so 2.5.
2.5. So 2.5. And then last but not least, the Courthouse and Property Committee heard from, and this is where I wanted to talk a little bit more on Bridge Bedford. They have Bridge Bedford has been around for 7 months, and they have brought into the community so far $135,000 in grants.
Okay.
And at that meeting with AARP, they also mentioned that they're working on some other good, nice grants that they're bringing in. Just want to give a shout out to them for the good work that they've been doing in less than a year. On top of the grants, they raised another $25,000 that is going to teachers in teacher grants from the 5K event that they're putting on every year. That's their kind of their marquee fundraising event. So they've got that going on, and they're kind of the organization that's helping to oversee the Christmas event that's coming to Cooper Steel.
Let's talk
Arena
about
and
the teachers
celebration
and
grants.
why would a teacher need a grant? Okay, let me explain to people out there. Maybe you don't know, or maybe you do. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there do. We have a local resident, Tina Corley.
Mhm.
She has adopted teacher program, and people can commit and donate things to that. Okay, this goes down kind of that same path. When teachers begin to prepare at the beginning of the year, like right now, teachers are starting to get ready to prepare their classrooms. Either they have to take donations or they have to pay for it out of their pocket to like do some bulletin board work and do some things for the classroom to get it ready. The county does not provide resources for that. So teachers end up needing pencils. They need different supplies. So as another footnote, I would encourage, if you know a teacher and you'd like to help them, just ask them, how can I help you prepare for your class?
Well,
But
go
they
on that.
need it.
Yeah, go on the Adopt a Teacher. They have
Yes.
links to the
Right.
list. And this particular grant program actually doesn't go to that specifically. It goes to the teacher writes a proposal of some kind of a special program that they think, an educational program that will help their kids that otherwise is not being funded. It's not being
Right.
funded by the government. And they say, hey, I think we could do such and such in the classroom. It may cost, and I don't know what the dollar amounts are of these. I would assume since they
So it's not for
25,000.
random supplies.
No, it's
just
not for supplies. A
specific
very
things.
specific,
Okay.
very specific program. They
Okay.
may say this program would cost $1,000 to implement. It's not in the budget, and then this grant program comes in, funds that program, and helps them with that program. I do want to, before we jump to the next meeting, I do want to address my friend Tim Loki, who came in with Josh. That is so wrong. I think I know what he's talking about there, and I do want to
The prison
back to
situation.
the jail situation. He and I think we've had this conversation before on the state funding with the state prisoners, and put more in the comments if you want to, Tim, on where you're going. I think I can get there though. Obviously, we have a jail here already, and we use the state inmates to help fund the fact that we have fixed costs already at the local jail. So our jail holds, I believe, 399,
Close to 400, yeah.
close to 400, and it helps offset in a big way. It was mentioned at the public safety. I believe we collected, I'd throw out a number, but I believe the number that was given at that meeting was about $2 million in fees for housing prisoners, both the state ones. I think there's another county, maybe DeKalb, that we're housing inmates from as well. So, and I think what Tim is talking about maybe is he didn't agree last time we talked about this with the amount it costs per inmate to house those. And I know there's some different
there's
ones there.
debate.
Definitely the 116 is not the Bedford County cost. That's
Ours has already been calculated by our finance
The
committee.
finance director
Yeah.
did have a number for that back when this was an issue a
It's in
few
the
months
90s.
ago.
Wasn't it in the 90s?
don't
I can't remember. I'd
his
have to
number.
look back too.
Yeah, don't
I think
remember
the
his
whole
number.
point of the conversation gets to I'm not going to go build a jail and take state money and think I'm going to make money. Okay. I'm just not going to do it. The prison business is not a good business to be in.
Yeah.
And when you're just basically taking the minimum state amounts that they're going to pay, it provides some cash flow to our jail.
Right. Yeah. To help offset, some
Right.
of the fixed costs that are there already. So, and if there's more, Tim, feel free to put it in the comments.
Yeah, Tim's been
hit
there.
it.
He
So
knows. He's been in the
Tim
middle
knows
of
what
it.
he's talking about. He's been there. So, Thursday evening, the only other government meeting this week, other than all the never-ending political events, was the City Planning Commission. We met Thursday evening for about an hour. We had several items on the agenda. We did get, and this has been one that I've worked on the whole time I've been in there. We again increased our open space requirements, or sent a recommendation to the city council to increase our open space requirements as it regards to multifamily developments that have been coming into the city. These are mainly townhome developments, technically could be apartments. We've not gotten a lot of apartments, but that type of development. We had made some changes about a year or so ago, I think, and we had gotten in some applications at the new standard, and it still hadn't gotten us to where we wanted to be as
Right.
far as the amount of open space, usable open space, amenities for the residents. So we made some additional, or I should say, Tom, our planning director, got in there and dug deep and made some adjustments to definitions and whatnot. And then we're also looking at adjusting up the number a little bit to a 40% open space requirement on that type of development. This is not to make housing more expensive, to penalize a developer. This is just to get us a better product. This was done after looking at other areas across Tennessee, particularly in Middle Tennessee, what they're doing with their regulations on this to try to get us developments that look better and nicer and are more in line with the surrounding areas.
Yeah.
Rather than just a neighborhood where you drive in a cul-de-sac and it's just row after row of buildings and sidewalks and parking spaces, and that's all you got. That's not a great place to live. We're trying to make Shelbyville a great place to live.
Right.
So part of that's involving the neighborhood that you live in.
Right,
So
right.
that's what that's all about. That'll go to city council for a vote at the next August cycle. There was a rezoning request on Juniper Street. It was just a single parcel. That's one of those little side roads that comes off North Main Street. They're looking at doing some commercial in that area. So we recommended rezoning that parcel from residential to commercial, so they could put some more commercial in there. There was, this is one of those ones that I may not end up on the same side as the rest of the council. We'll see how this goes on this. We had another request for an increased density zoning on Morton Street.
Okay. Yeah.
This was another one where they want to put in some townhomes. We do have, for this particular one, this is called R3A. It's a special type of zoning that allows townhomes where they otherwise wouldn't normally be. It actually has a set of criteria that you look at, and this didn't meet the criteria on that. So it had been turned down 2 years ago before I was even on the city council, and it was back again. So we unfavorable on that. There's an expansion request at Shelbyville Mills Baptist Church. We did approve that. That won't go to city council. We approved the second phase of Old Nash Estates. That'll be 21 new houses on Old Nashville Dirt Road.
Okay. Yeah.
And then we approved the fourth phase of Ridgewood, which is in my neighborhood, Union Station. That'll be additional 34 houses. So all that to
Y'all
say,
gonna keep piling them in back there.
we keep building. We keep building in the city of Shelbyville. So yeah, things keep expanding and keep getting more people coming to town. So, and then last but not least, this isn't on my rundown, but just we have posted a couple times. We are in early voting. Numbers are way up from the last county election, which was in 2022. There wasn't a lot of super contested races in that, so it was kind of an off cycle, but only a little over 4,000 people voted in that. We've already had over 2,800 vote as of last night, and after we get through today, we will, I'd say, pretty safely pass the 3,000 mark. I heard from Michael Gregory, who was out there this morning. He said he'd already seen over 100 people.
Wow.
Or at 100.
So you're over $3 grand then.
I think we're going to pass the 3,000 number. That puts us on pace. I think we could hit or break 10,000 in this one, which would be up a lot from the 4,000 of the previous time that we had a county election. Still doesn't get us anywhere near what happens during a presidential election cycle, which gets a lot bigger turnout. But it's good to see people getting out, getting engaged. There's still a lot of hoopla online. I'm trying to stay out of all the hoopla.
And the hoopla is everywhere.
The hoopla is everywhere. I say avoid the hoopla, but do get out and vote. Don't let the hoopla get you so twisted into knots that you get upset with the whole process and you just sit at home.
Yeah,
so,
it's easy to get there.
If
you just start looking at some of the garbage, it is easy to get there.
It's easy to get there. I mean, even obviously I'm in politics, whether I like it or not. And even I have started to get, I would say, election fatigue might be the proper term. I had this, and I go to a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I skipped because I'm about to skip one today. I skipped 3 different events this week, 2 of which were election related, just because, the election fatigue is real.
It is real. Yeah. I guarantee it's real.
Yeah, it's real.
It's weighing down on a lot of people right now.
It is, but do get out and vote. Don't let the fact that there's a lot of hoopla around it turn you off so bad that you don't vote, because whatever does happen, we're gonna live with the results of the election for the next 4 years. So I know you're going to want to get on Facebook and gripe about it. At least vote, so you can say I voted the right way before you get on Facebook and gripe about it for the next 4 years.
All right.
That's all I got.
Yeah. Well,
what else you got?
I don't have anything else, Josh. I was going to make an announcement, but I'll put it out later today.
Okay.
I will say this. We will be putting up our regular election polls starting today.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll try to have all the different decisions that Bedford County has to make on there, excluding the states. We're not going to go state. We're going to go county election only. Yeah. So those will be posted gradually throughout the day as I can get to it. And we just want to hear everybody's opinion. We kind of want to have just a rough idea of how the way people are thinking before we go into the election and our election show when we cover the election. We'd like to kind of look at that, see how it plays out. You know? So it's just for fun.
Okay.
But we need to hear from our sponsors again. And this time it's going to be different group of sponsors. We've got Piggly Wiggly.
The pig.
Yes. Kincaid Service Company.
Or Service is their middle name.
Yeah. And also First Bank.
Yes. I'm wearing a hat.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, we'll be right back after we hear from them.
Yeah.
Shop local at Shelbyville Piggly Wiggly. Down home, down the street. From farm fresh produce and hand-cut meats to pantry staples, dairy, frozen favorites, and household essentials, we've got your list covered at hometown prices. Don't miss our weekly ad and truckload meat sales. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. Visit 874 Union Street, Shelbyville, or call 931-684-1363. Follow us on Facebook for the latest specials. Shop local. Save big at the Pig.
At Kincaid Service Company, we've proudly served Middle Tennessee since 1934. Families across the region trust us for quality furniture, appliances, electronics, and the kind of service only a hometown business can provide. From living room sets and dining collections to washers, dryers, refrigerators, and the latest in home entertainment, Kincaid has everything you need to make your house a home. And when it comes to a great night's sleep, our showroom features leading brands of mattresses, offering comfort and quality you can count on. We don't just sell products, we stand behind them. When you buy your appliances or electronics from Kincaid, our expert service team is here to keep them running for years to come. It's the kind of care that sets us apart. For value, selection, and service you can trust, visit Kincaid Service Company today, locally owned and community strong.
On game day, winning is everything. But life's big wins happen off the field. When you win a heart. When you win their trust. When you win their respect. First Bank's community banking is perfect for life's big wins because of what we're big on. You. Make us part of your team for life's biggest wins.
All righty, welcome back into the weekend wrap-up. Josh, you're going to take a look ahead at what's going on. Before we do, we want to thank everybody for tuning in today and your comments. We appreciate those, as always. Josh, what do you got for us? What's coming up?
Upcoming week, let's talk about today. I mentioned it earlier, I think from 3 to 6 o'clock in the beautiful town of War Trace. The War Trace Volunteer Fire Department is having a barbecue fundraiser. If it's raining, which I hear rain here now, they're going to move it inside into the fire station. If the weather was better, they would have been outside at the park. I'm leaning towards it's probably going to be at the fire station, but both are close together. So if they're not at one, they're at the other. I do want to go ahead and early apologize to my friends Robert and Jesse, who are the chief and assistant chief there, who are both my friends, and I love them both, but I'm not coming. So
you can only be so many places, and
I could, but I appreciate them, and I do support the volunteer fire department, but I'm passing this weekend, so because I've had a full week, but Tuesday evening, I will be at, and this is why you got to save a little bit in the tank, because Tuesdays are my big one of the month. We've got Financial Management Committee will meet at 4:15 at the Dover Street County property. Shelbyville Power Board will then meet at 5 o'clock at the Shelbyville Power building there off the square. And then at 7 o'clock, the County Planning Commission will be meeting in the historic courthouse on the square. So they will have county planning issues. And then that's kind of crams all the meetings into one night. The other big thing that I will definitely be at this week is Friday evening. They say this time, rain, shine, lightning, snow, thunder, they don't care. They are burying the time capsules. So they're not delaying it again. Sylvia said her and Keith will stand over it with an umbrella if they have to get that thing on the ground.
Well, good.
This got canceled from the big July 4th weekend celebration, and they're going to get this sucker buried. I think there's still a pile of dirt over there next to the courthouse where they've been prepared for this since July 3rd. So,
well, since the first week of July there, we've had a rain. I mean, we needed it. Yeah. And now it's time to.
I think I just said yesterday, we're officially not on the drought monitor at all. So I think anytime we could lay off in the rain, but it has been good. Other than my backyard, which is kind of like a cliff, and I hate to cut anyways, is like up to my kneecaps almost. I'm never going to get cut at this point.
You put water and then the heat on top of it, it comes out fast.
It's coming out quick. I'm barely keeping the front yard so the HOA doesn't send me a note without dealing with the back yet. So I got to get back there. So my neighbor's going to get upset with me. So
you'll be all right.
Yeah. So
you do lots of good work, Josh. They'll let you.
Oh, they don't want to see a shaggy yard. I don't like seeing a shaggy yard. So
I understand.
But not while it's raining.
No.
Not while it's raining.
All right.
But that's it for the get out and vote. Get out and vote. Get out and vote. Early voting, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. this coming week, Monday to Friday. 8 a.m. to noon next Saturday, and that will be it for early voting. And then election day will be August 6th from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. on election day.
Anything different
about your precinct?
About August 6th versus traditional days?
No.
That's a Thursday, not a Tuesday.
I don't know. Maybe that's how they do the.
Has it
Because this
always
is
been?
the state
I always
primary.
I thought everything was. On
You thought
Tuesday.
election day was
I
always
just
on
always
Tuesday?
on Tuesday.
Well, that's probably the November one for sure. Is always on Tuesday. This is the August one.
And it's
maybe-
because it's the state primary.
this
that
is
they're
a
just,
state primary, and
they're
that's
just-
what the county election gets tied to.
So
right
they're
now.
abusing tradition and not having it on Tuesday. That's terrible.
There is currently a something at the legislature. I think we talked about this a few months back. There is a constitutional amendment working its way through the process that I believe it's going to pass the legislature 2 different sessions. But if it were, it will condense some of this election hoopla that happens on years like this. We have this deal on the year that the county does theirs. Well, we've had 3 different elections this year, which is kind of crazy. It could all be condensed into that August, November, and there's been an attempt at the legislature to do that. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but
So that
For
would,
me
that would
personally,
take our
that would-
primary to August.
it would move ours, and then
And
move the
it's-
election to
And that's not
November,
good because
so-
our years would get messed up at the county level, wouldn't it?
well, it was shifted by a few months, but I kind of would like not having this much.
Yeah,
It's
a
it
lot.
seems like it's been going on for 20 years.
It
I know it's only
has.
been a few months, but it
Well,
seems like it's
just
been going
nonstop.
on.
It's
so,
nonstop.
Yeah.
Well, thanks everybody for watching, and Josh, thanks again for your hard work this week. We appreciate our sponsors. Please go out and support them, and we'll be back next week, same time, same place,
Same channel. Yeah, tune
See you
in.
then.